If there is a way I could find that could make me feel the known, if there is some way you could find it. If you wanna be free, be free.
Sagittarius, this is your May 2016 love and general forecast. We're going to start off with your love and your partnerships. First card that comes up is the card of romantic feelings. So this card says if you are ready in a committed relationship, it's time to bring the romance back into your relationship. And the way to do so is to do those little romantic things that you did right at the beginning of your partnership or your relationship when you were first falling in love with one another. But this card is reminding you that it needs to be brought back into your relationship every once in a while, not just to take your partner for granted. Then if you are looking for somebody new, then you are going to start feeling or have already met someone whom you have romantic feelings for. This card says your feelings are real and are worth exploring. So this partnership or relationship that is sort of going to present itself or already has come into your life is worth exploring. Those of you already in committed partnerships and relationships and someone's crossed your path and you are feeling attracted towards them, well, that's going to be your decision what you do after that. But do understand that this relationship is kind of real, so be careful what you put out there because it's both ways. It's not just you. You must know there's going to be an end result for what you do. Because the next card that comes up says love is a single soul that inhabits two bodies. So this has the potential for true love. If you've just met someone, Sagittarius, and you feel romantic feelings for them or you're attracted to them, know that this is the real thing. This is real love. If you're in a committed partnership and relationship and you know you're there for the long road, know that the two of you have that kind of relationship that is worth investing in. In other words, bring the romance back into it again. It's worth doing that. Because the final card that comes up speaks of long-term stability and security of that harbor in the storm. So this relationship definitely has that potential. If you're in that relationship for keeps, know it will be there. It will be your harbor in the storm. It will be your anchor in rough seas. It will be your stability and your security. If you've just met someone and you're feeling those romantic feelings for them, know that the relationship that you two can have together will be that kind of relationship. It will be secure. It will give you somewhere safe to be, somewhere you'll feel at home. It's interesting that you'll see just now why I mentioned that. So this relationship will definitely is worth exploring. Your guidance card speaks of dawn or new beginnings, and this card says say farewell to the old by releasing self-imposed constraints and embark on a new adventure that you've always dreamed of. So for some of you, it's maybe it's time for a new relationship. And you've always dreamt of this kind of relationship. Maybe it's even been in the back of your mind for quite a while. Now is the time to embark on that relationship. Whatever it is that's been holding you back up to now, let go of that because the past belongs in the past, or maybe it's now time to move forward. And those of you in committed partnerships or relationships where that's where you want to be, that's where you want to stay, it's time to maybe do something new in your partnership or relationship. And that's where that romantic feelings card comes in as well. Rekindle that. Go to a romantic destination together. Have a romantic weekend together, or an entire few weeks if you can possibly do that. Otherwise, just go to places, nice romantic restaurants. Take her for a day or him to a day for a spa, whatever. But it's time to cross into a new threshold with your relationships and do maybe the things you've always dreamt of doing together. If you thought of hot air ballooning together and you think that's romantic and your partner would love it, make a plan to do that. Do those things. Now your general forecast for this month is a new one and a fun one at that. This is a what do you really desire reading. So the first card that comes up says, in your heart of hearts, what is it that you really, really want? I've often discussed that we're not really even sure what that is. Our heart knows and our soul knows, but our mind sometimes hasn't caught up with it. So this card is the no place like home card. Now you see why I say a place where you feel at home, because this card says a few things. Either you want to go home, you've perhaps moved somewhere, have been there for a while, but it's not home. You don't feel at home, you yearn for home. So maybe it's time to go home. Whether it's permanently or just to visit, that will be up to you, but you need to be home again. And this translates also into a place that you feel comfortable, that's known to you, or that you can call yours. Some of you may even want to buy your own home at the moment. Have a place you call your own. It says to feel that feeling of home, you have to accept yourself just as you are. Your journey up to now and from here forward. And I think that can sometimes have to do with your partner as well. One can sometimes not feel happy or comfortable with who you are because your partner is not entirely happy or comfortable with what you are, perhaps even what you do for a living. Or you do something for a living that doesn't make you happy and you want to do something else and your partner doesn't feel the same way. And in your heart, you want to do whatever it is you're doing at the moment or something different with your partner's approval. So maybe you need to sit down with them and speak to them about that. But let's see what the rest of the cards say. Now, the next card is how will it help you? This card discusses if you got what you really desired to feel at home, whatever context that is in, how will that help you? And this is the Queen of Fire card. And this says it will enable you to stretch your wings and fly. Now, that's very true and a logical conclusion. When you feel at home, at peace with yourself, happy with you, who you are, you feel secure enough to stretch your wings and fly because your launch pad is secure and you know you can come back to that place of security. You will stretch your wings and fly. It says assert your independence. So you will be able to assert your independence because you feel happy, secure, and at home. So you will do what you want to do, what you need to do, happily. And it says you won't underestimate yourself. So I'm going to leave those thoughts with you guys. I think in each of your cases, it's going to be a slightly different story, sometimes perhaps a totally different story. But those are the key themes to it. Those are the things to think about. The next card says, now, how will it hinder you? And this card says, you're always waiting for your life to begin. Your life is always ahead of you. That's a terrible way to live, and honest to goodness, so many of us live like that. We wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow we'll be where we want to be, and then we'll do what we want to do. I'm almost reluctant to say this, but really, it's no way to live. Find a way, if your partner's not happy with what you want to do, that you can compromise or speak to them from your heart. And Sagittarius, you've been having this recurring, rerunning theme of having to open up and speak to the people around you about what it is that you really want to do. It's an incredibly strong theme with you. You may need to compromise. You may need to break it gently. I think most of you have started doing that because that came up in last month's reading. But stop waiting for that perfect time, because it's not going to come. Now is always the perfect time. Find a way for you and for those around you so that you can make it work for you. Then the next card that comes up is how do you get what you desire? So how do you get to do what it is that you will make you feel at home and let you stretch your wings? And this says have faith, trust, and that you may be getting into a partnership of some sort. This can be a platonic partnership, it can be a romantic partnership. Your new romantic partner might give you the freedom to do what you want to do. Or you're getting into some kind of partnership with somebody. Know this partnership is destined. And accept it because it is given to you by the universe, is the message coming through here. Because the outcome card is a lovely card. This is the card of regeneration. It says a new you and a new start. New opportunities much better than what came before appear. And you are experiencing or will experience a complete rebirth. That's quite a evolutionary reading for Sagittarius and enormous things to look forward to. I don't think the steps are going to be easy for you. Not that you're going to have physical burdens or hurdles to overcome, but I think you're going to have to deal with the people around you in doing so. And in order for this to work out well, you're going to need to deal with the people around you in the best way possible and understand. Remember last month's reading, I think you needed to understand, have empathy for where they're coming from as well. Now your soul path card is that of the hawk. And that is, your current path is not aligned with your future. Right, the universe is like hammering this home to you guys one time. It asks, are you doing what you know you need to do to achieve what you desire? Again, it says have a look at your motivations. So have a look what it is that's stopping you from going on that road that you want to go on. Have a close look at that. There seems to be an answer in there somewhere. The final card is that of faith. And it says, spiritual faith is a devoted assurance of the heart. This speaks again, once again, of having faith, of having trust. When you truly believe in your heart, with all your heart and soul, that what you're doing is what you need to do, what is your soul's calling, your heart's calling, then you align yourself correctly with doing and taking the next steps correctly. But you need to believe fully. And you will only believe fully, one, when it is what you're supposed to be doing, and two, when you accept that that is what you're supposed to be doing. I'm going to leave those two things with you as well. As you work through them, you'll see exactly what those words mean. Right, Sagittarius, that is your awfully interesting and exciting May 2016 love as well as general reading. I do hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching this.
And it's here, that's what I'm finding. I'm picking you up in a way. It's like I never even knew to hear what you say till I find it. Listen above to the words that I hear before I go. Listen for some kind of sign. If you wanna be free, be free. If you wanna stay clear, I can be until you leave. And it's here, that's what I'm finding. Hold me in your arms one time, I know. And I cannot be clear